3, 2. Hey guys, it's Timmy, and this is Pro Wrestling Unlimited, as we are here with the PWUnlimited Wednesday show, episode number 80. Episode number 80. We're getting close to 100. We've got 20 more to go. Maybe we'll do something special. Maybe we won't. Who frickin' knows? Nick, what's going on?
What's going on, my gamer boys and gamer girls?
Take it for a second. I gotta take a phone call.
Yeah, no worries. Welcome to the 80th episode of this show that you all love and that I love that you watch. We have a lot to talk about this week. We have to air some grievances, whatever the word is, about the current product. And I really do want to touch on kind of where I've been standing with the current product. I also want to talk a little bit about today some NXT spoilers, because that the first night of the tapings took place today. The second day is going to be tomorrow. Chris McNutt with a $2. She asked, when's the next NXT UK tapings? I will ask him. I don't know off the top of my head, unfortunately. As I see everyone beginning to pile in here. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for being there. What's going on, Eric Tate? We're also going to talk about Shane McMahon, and if we could possibly see him best Kofi in a match to become the new WWE champion, and why that might actually work out in a really weird way, which I don't like. I don't like the thought of it. Shane McMahon just throws some of the stinkiest punches I've ever seen. They're so upsetting. They're so upsetting. But as we let more people file in here, how's everyone doing today? How's everyone's Wednesday? If you're from California, specifically from the Bay Area, around the area I am, you know gosh darn well that it is damn near 200 degrees everywhere you go now. It's dang near 150 degrees in this room. I'm burning up just like the Jonas Brothers circa 2006. Antonio Jones is here. Henry McKenna's here as well.
I'm here too.
I guess so. What's up, dude? I took that for a good minute. I did some good vamping.
You're good. You're good.
I went over what we're going to talk about today. Asked them how they're doing.
Advantages of having a co-host.
There you go. You
On
can
some nights.
Oh yeah, on some nights.
I can parent it up.
There you go. Fuck yeah. That sounds exciting. Go ahead.
Chris Vanessa says, when's the next NXT UK tapings? That's a good question. I'll look that up.
Yeah, my answer to her was, I don't know. I'll ask him when he comes back, because I have no idea. What's going on, Jason Dalt? DJ McDaniel's here as well. He says, what's up, Tim and Nick? What's up? Nelson says, Shane ain't winning shit. Well, boy, do we have a story to tell you, buddy. Before we get to the Shane McMahon story, I want to preface the Shane McMahon story with my feelings lately. I've been, and I don't know about you guys, but I've been genuinely frustrated and upset and practically over this fucking product. It's so frustrating watching an episode of Raw and just being so angry that I have to just ride with them on this stupid 24/7 it's not. They managed to make something really great out of that 24/7 title, but there's been a lot of stupid moments with it.
Yeah.
Everything with, Shane McMahon has just been making me so frustrated because there's so many people. You have such a filled roster of great people, of talented. The children outside are screaming in horror just thinking about Shane McMahon. I am too. You have all these great people on your roster, and then you're like, you know what? Shane McMahon. Let's push him a little bit. And I wonder why. Is that what Fox wants?
I don't know. You want to know the fan theory online?
I give a fuck about what their theory is, but sure.
The fan theory online is that Vince is going to push Shane because Shane's the one talent that he knows will not jump to AEW.
It's very true.
What? I mean, it was back in the day. The reason the AWA pushed Larry Zbyszko so much is because he wasn't going anywhere. He was the promoter's son-in-law.
Dante Bailey says, what grade would you give both Raw and SmackDown, Tim and Nick, overall? I'll tell you this. I haven't watched an episode of SmackDown in probably since February. I haven't bothered.
You probably do what most people do and just check on the Twitter clips, huh?
No, I look at Instagram.
Same thing. Well, actually, no, it's
Yeah,
less on
well, yeah.
Instagram.
I look at social media to get my gatherings
The
for what
socials.
happened on Raw, because it's just too frustrating now. There's little to no entertainment in this product anymore. It's just frustration, and it's an old man verbally fucking vomiting his weird shit creation,
And
and then every once in a while you'll get a little burst of oh my god creativity like Bray Wyatt in the Firefly Funhouse. That shit has been fantastic. I'm sure they're gonna fuck it up, and that frustrates me because I know that they have money on Wyatt right now, and they're
like,
gonna do something to make it stinky.
you can either sit through the 3 hours of Raw, or you can literally take 30 minutes to watch. Maybe not even 30 minutes. Some weeks, watch the YouTube clips, and boom, you've seen all of Raw or SmackDown.
Exactly, dude.
Which is
You
weird.
know what? And you know what's the point? Here's what frustrates me is that
Mhm.
NXT is great, man. And what frustrates me is that they're in turn they're really kind of burying some of those NXT guys. If you
Oh
think
yeah.
about it. Because when you've got not even the NXT guys that got called up, but the NXT guys that are gonna get called up pretty soon.
Well, that we hope.
Because you see what they're doing with guys like EC3, Nikki Cross. You know, at least the Iconics are
Hey,
doing
Nikki
stuff.
Cross is being featured on both Raw and SmackDown.
Yes, she's being featured, but man, she could be doing a lot better, right?
Yeah.
She could be doing a lot better.
Very true.
She's SmackDown the SmackDown Women's Champion candidate. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And Bailey, that's perfect, dude. Yeah. They trusted Bailey with that belt when they had Charlotte on that fucking roster, and it worked out great. Nikki Cross could be your perfect champion after Bailey. Could be your great kind of like heel champion that isn't Charlotte. Because that gets frustrating. Go ahead. I probably didn't, but tell me.
I mean, so Bailey is being challenged at Stomping Grounds by Alexa Bliss. Alexa's
Correct.
most likely going to make sure that Nikki Cross is out there at ringside for her during that match. And here's my thing, which this is a good and a bad. So
Okay.
Nikki somehow screws Bailey. Alexa wins the belt.
Hot.
Then
I think about it all.
Alexa finally does something that what's her name? Nikki Cross. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. Nikki Cross finally goes, wait, Alexa, you've just been using me. You've just been screwing with me. And then Alexa feuds with Nikki, and Nikki maybe wins the SmackDown Women's title off of Alexa Bliss. Maybe this whole thing is to get the title on Nikki Cross. I mean, that's probably too creative for WWE, though.
Oh, it's way too creative. That's like way too creative and in depth.
Yeah, because it's like it would all tie in together. Somehow, Nikki helps Alexa win the belt. Nikki for a month maybe. Nikki for a month or two thinks, Alexa, I helped you. We're such good friends. You've always been so nice to me. And then something happens where Alexa's talking crap about her behind her back, and Nikki's hiding in the other corner, like in the showers or something, or around the corner in the locker room.
Here's the thing.
Well, let me finish this for a second. I want to get this thought.
I can tell you what you're saying, though.
So I think Nikki's like hiding around the corner. She hears Alexa talking crap about her, and that's when she snaps, turns into crazy Nikki Cross, and at SummerSlam, Nikki Cross can win the belt.
Here's the thing, though. You just described Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss from like 2 years ago. Her last.
Fuck, I did.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
I didn't even think of it like that. That's
exactly what happened, dude.
Yeah, never mind.
And they can't do that with Alexa again. What I can see happening.
I mean,
I would like to see maybe Alexa doesn't go over in this match.
I hope not.
Because Nikki tries to help her but cost it. Alexa's mad at her. Next night on Raw or SmackDown, maybe not even the next night. Maybe it's a number one contendership match between them two. She's like, "You messed me up now," and then they can play up the story of like, will Nikki just lay down for her best friend and get her title shot back since she messed it up last time,
right?
Type thing, and then you can have Nikki kind of go, "Fuck this! I want to be a champion." Because she's champion potential. She's champion potential. I drove right into a banana. I'm playing Mario Kart, by the way. Real gamers never rest. That's a fact. But Nikki needs that belt, I think, more than Bailey did. I think Bailey was great to give that belt to start her character change.
Right.
Now her character change is here. She can hold on to the belt for a little bit more, not too much longer. Get that belt over to Nikki. I think that would be fantastic. And Tim, I gotta say something, man.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That logo right there, that hot take logo,
Uh-huh.
bro. That's such a cool emoji. How'd you get such a cool emoji? How'd you get that?
I took the logo that we had and shrunk it down and turned it into an emoji.
You're being really stupid right now. How did you get to use such a cool emojis, Tim? How can I use such a cool emoji as the hot take one?
If somebody would like to use emojis here in the live chat, you can do so by heading over to the Pro Wrestling Unlimited YouTube channel or any of our videos, and right down there where it says subscribe, there's also a button that says join.
Join
And
up.
when you join, you get access to special content, early access content, members only live streams. You get a badge next to your name. Depending on how long you've been a member, you'll get different colored badges. And also, you can use these emojis, and it all only costs you for a low price of $4.99.
Here's the other thing as well. You'll get my undying love, and that's worth the price of admission if you ask me, man.
So
that's worth it if you ask me.
it helps out. Every little penny helps grow Pro Wrestling Unlimited. Helps us keep the lights on.
Especially with how YouTube chooses to just fuck us.
Yeah, sometimes they say, "Oh,"
and just all their creators in general.
YouTube sucks, man. I mean, sometimes they'll say, "Hey, that's a video that's like literally I'll post one video, and everything will be fine. Then I'll post like an update video on the same story. Like this happened. I'll tell you right now. So I posted the video on Monday of Cesaro possibly injured.
F. Can we get some Fs for Cesaro?
And we learned that he's not injured. He's fine. He took a bad bump from Ricochet when Ricochet did that 630 to his knee. So I posted the video, update on Cesaro's possible knee injury. Literally used almost all the same graphics, all the same images, same videos in that video. Yet the second video YouTube says, "Oh, that's not monetizable. We'll then demonetize that video." I mean, eventually they came back around when I submitted it for manual monetization check, and it got fixed. But it's like there was nothing different in that video. Like, yes, it was different information said, but the videos in themselves were basically done the same, and there's no reason for it to not be monetized. And that happens quite often when you'll think, "Hey, this video is fine." Like, all of our videos, there's no reason for them to be not monetized.
Yeah.
But it's just like,
it's not like I'm sitting in here smoking weed and cussing.
Right. Well, I mean,
in the news videos at least.
No. I'm just saying, like, it's like there's no reason for them to not monetize videos because we do nothing against the rules, but sometimes it happens. And YouTube has said in the past and stuff in some of their update videos, like, "Hey, we're working on this. Yes, it's not always perfect. It is a automated system, so sometimes it thinks one thing is something else, and I don't know."
It's weird, but
every little penny helps. So if you guys can help us out, just go down there, hit that join button. And you'll become a member of the PW Unlimited YouTube channel, and you'll get your name scrolling across the screen, just like Kristen McNutt, Wayne Montgomery, Jonathan Powell, Benjamin A. on every single Monday Night Raw, SmackDown Live, and PW Unlimited Wednesday live show.
Special offer deal right now for every member we get tonight. I will match that number in shots of alcohol and post it.
Sure.
Let's do it. Sure, I'm a drug
addict. So going back talking about, the product in general with WWE.
The backwards thinking.
And where things may be leading to.
I don't want it to lead here, dude. I really don't.
Who do we see more than anybody on television right now in WWE?
That would be, I don't know, EC3.
No,
seen him way too much.
You said his name. You said his name earlier.
Mr. Money, Shane O'Mac.
Here comes the money.
Dude, his fucking promo last night, I could cut a better promo stoned out of my mind than he could perfectly sober. That dude sucks.
Yeah, well, so Shane McMahon is seen 20, 30 minutes at least on each show, Mondays and Tuesdays.
And on a 3-hour show, the first 30 minutes being one dude, that's a lot to take in, dude.
Well, on a 2-hour SmackDown.
Yeah, that's also a lot to take in.
He was in the first segment. He was basically in the first quarter of the show last night on SmackDown when he quote unquote demanded that Miz host Miz TV with him, Drew McIntyre, and Elias, and then he set up matches with Miz and Elias and Miz and McIntyre, and he was out there for those, and then he said, "You know what? Screw it. I'm going to have a match with Miz too."
WWE makes me upset.
So we had
sometimes.
Shane
But
for the first 45 minutes of that show last night, roughly.
Exactly.
But
Too much.
so WrestleVotes on Twitter, who's usually a very good source of news, sent out an interesting tweet today about one Shane McMahon and his possible storyline trajectory and where this whole major storyline Shane McMahon push can be going. Because if you see, Shane McMahon won the Best in the World tournament. Shane McMahon defeated The Miz twice. He defeated Roman Reigns. He's probably going to help Drew McIntyre defeat Roman Reigns. He may lead to a Shane McMahon, Drew McIntyre handicap match against Roman Reigns. And some people in the company, one source specifically, alluded to WrestleVotes that they're under the belief that Shane could be the one to take the WWE Championship from Kofi Kingston. I'm not joking about that. That's what somebody in WWE believes.
And the reasoning you kind of gave to it, which I'll let you say in a second, but like before you get there to it,
right.
It makes too much sense to where like, ooh, that really could happen. So WWE probably won't do it. Like they won't do the logical thing. What was your reasoning, though?
So my whole thing was maybe
Mr. Jones's mood.
Maybe it's SummerSlam. Kofi faces Shane with the title on the line. Shane wins the belt. McIntyre or Elias or both of them help Shane win.
Super unfortunate.
So Shane's got all these people helping him. He's the WWE champion. He thinks he's the greatest thing since frickin', I don't know, Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin, John Cena. Yeah. And there's one man who really just wants to shut him up. And that man's Roman Reigns.
Big boss, damn it.
So Roman Reigns feuds with Shane McMahon over the WWE Championship. And finally...
Here's the thing, though.
What?
Here's the thing. That happens, right? SummerSlam's in like August.
Yep.
That means we're going to get June, July, August. 3 more fucking months of this Shane and Roman shit. Well, 3 more months?
Well, think about this. So... Stomping Grounds is in a week from Sunday. That's Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns. Shane will be in Drew's corner. Then, right now, it's being advertised that at Extreme Rules, Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre will team up in a handicap match against Roman Reigns. Then, that's the July pay-per-view. So then we go to SummerSlam after that. So we can kind of stop. Like, after the handicap match, after Extreme Rules, you can stop the Shane Roman thing for a little bit to build Shane to Kofi, if this is the way they're going. So then you'd be like, okay, we're not getting Shane Roman anymore for a little while, but oh fuck, now we're getting Shane challenging for the championship. However they get there, I have no clue how they get to that.
I mean, that's gonna give. I mean, Shane's going to be the ultimate heel.
But I think that's what this whole thing is, and then Roman Reigns can go over the biggest heel in the company that everybody hates, and it's like, well, they can't boo this guy now, because even now, Roman, he's already getting the boos again. He's getting the boos again.
Yeah.
So their thinking is
the cancer sympathy kind of wore off.
Exactly. So they're thinking maybe we build up Shane as the biggest heel since fucking I don't even know who. And
do you think they want to get here because Shane's comfortable with saying the lines about cancer, but Dean wasn't?
Oh my! Don't even.
I'm not making a joke. Do you think Shane's like, I'll fucking say it, hell yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe they really wanted to get this line out to Roman to really make him that underdog. Can you believe Shane McMahon said that Roman's gonna have to like meet with God, or he's basically dying of cancer?
I could see Shane. I could see Shane using a line like, "Hey Roman, cancer can't even get you over anymore." Like, if 1 week he comes out to booze...
Well, maybe he won't say cancer. Maybe he'll say, like, I don't know, almost dying can't get
leukemia.
You over.
No, they've straight up said leukemia.
Right, but they haven't said it in regards to, like, directly to insult him. It was he overcame his leukemia, not I hope your leukemia overcomes you.
True.
That was deep.
But my whole thing is, eventually, I think, Shane wins the belt. If this all does happen, because, Vince McMahon, plans change, pal. But if this all does happen, Shane wins the belt maybe at SummerSlam, feuds with Roman for a month or two, again, and Roman eventually wins the belt. And then where they go from there, I don't know, maybe they go Kofi again, challenging Roman. Who knows?
Okay, here's the thing, though. Do you think after Kofi, when Kofi drops this belt, he, back
as tag team champion?
Yeah, he never gets it again, does he?
I can't say never.
Nah?
You can't say never because honestly, I never thought that he would beat Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania, and he did. I never thought that he would retain that.
You didn't think he'd go over Daniel? You don't think
No, I
Daniel
didn't.
was
No, I didn't.
above?
I'm going to be all honest here as well. I didn't think he was going to retain over Kevin Owens at Money in the Bank. I thought it was Kofi's the flavor of the month. Okay, they gave him and the fans a bone by giving him the title at Mania, but Vince has no real faith, so Vince ain't going to keep pushing him. I was wrong, and I'll admit that. I was wrong about the whole Kofi thing, and that they're actually behind him with this.
They are. They love. Well, it's because it's also just such a
great story.
There's very few times where we have such kind of the easy written story just based off the kind of person that your champion is. Kofi's your daytime television champion. He's your Good Morning America champion.
And that's where I was going next. I really think that they've underutilized him as a champion too.
Oh yeah.
With not having him do more with not having him do more mainstream media stuff, more Today shows, Good Morning Americas. Now I know TMZ and ESPN, they covered the whole thing when he went back to Ghana.
That was awesome, by the way.
That's only going to get you so much when it's TMZ, which, yeah, TMZ's got a big reach because they've got their TV show, TMZ Live, and they've also got their platforms online. Mm-hmm. And then you also got ESPN, which is probably the biggest sports network out there, but it's not as big as having Kofi go out there and promote something on a Good Morning America or a Today Show, or even going on like Jimmy Kimmel or going on Jimmy Fallon or something like that, you know?
He's like an ideal babyface champion. He's fantastic. They really should be utilizing him more. Kristen McNutt with $5. Reportedly news that Renee Young has a big role for SmackDown as they begin their way to Fox here coming up in October. I don't know. I haven't personally heard anything about that. Tim, have you heard?
The only thing I've heard about Renee was some fake news by one man who we do not name.
Oh, Brad Shepard, that fucking goddamn 10-foot pole of a fucking piece of shit.
So I'll just say it.
I hope you listen to this show, Brad. I fucking hate you.
Idiot Brad Shepard, once again, fake news, stated that Renee Young was yelled at by Saudi officials at Super Showdown. So Renee Young comes back on Twitter and says, that never happened. We were treated with nothing but respect in Jeddah.
Hold on, I got a question, Tim.
I may have an answer.
You don't like chocolate?
Who the hell said that? I was just eating some fucking peanut M&Ms an hour ago.
Let me ask you a question. And this is a question to the chat as well. This would be a little off topic. When was the last time you had a Skittle?
A Skittle?
Yeah, like a bag of Skittles. It's been fucking
month ago,
10
maybe?
years since I had a Skittle, dude.
Month ago, maybe?
Dude, I fucking love Skittles, man. Sour Skittles are the best. I just wanted to bring that. I was thinking about Skittles earlier today as I was partaking in smoking the ganja, I should say. Yeah, I'm smoking Kofi Kingston's hometown. No, I was thinking about M&M's today. I was also thinking about why I just don't like the product. That's a daily thought, though. Sergio Gutierrez is 2 days ago. Good lord. Since I've made a handful of jokes about being stoned out of my mind so far, so do you want to talk about what my ideas so we can kind of get some like fan interaction on what they think about it? So a lot of you guys remember my show, The Hot Take, Nick's Hot Take, where I kind of gave my hot takes all the time. And by all the time, I mean every Wednesday. And I did enjoy doing that show, and I would like to do it again. But instead, I'm thinking of changing up the format a little bit. I want to start doing it to where they're not necessarily hot takes that I come up with, but it's me kind of responding to what your guys' hot take are. For example, I send out a tweet that says, hey, send me your hot takes about wrestling, and I will talk about them in an upcoming video. Someone could say something along the lines of, like, I think that Heavy Machinery could be the next Demolition when it comes to, or New Day, and the longest reigning tag team champions. And I would give a take on that. I want to do that. I think that'd be fun because you guys in chat always have some great stuff to say. And I really want to start doing the hot take series again, but a lot more involved with you guys. Because I feel like a lot of the topics you guys liked, but they just weren't clicking with most people. But there seems to be a very common trend of like what's been frustrating with the company lately. And a lot of people have different ideas that I want to kind of get and cover all bases. So if you guys would be interested in that, let me know. And I'm very interested in starting to do this again. We have an idea and a name for it. I'm not going to say the name yet because I want that to be a surprise.
I got some logo ideas too.
We got some great logo ideas. I'm super excited. Otis is one sexy man. You're goddamn right, dude.
So I looked up something about Kristen's question.
Go ahead.
And so the thing about her having a role for SmackDown, she may have misread anything that she saw. It's not that she would have a big role for SmackDown, but Triple H has announced, previously he announced that they're doing a studio show on Fox Sports 1 where it's going to be like a recap of Raw, SmackDown, NXT, pay-per-views, and apparently Renee Young may be the lead on that show, the lead anchor on that studio show.
She's super great. She's so good at what she does.
As we saw with Super Showdown, they finally got a proper studio for WWE as well. Like, they've had a proper studio, but for some reason they were using that green screen studio that really looked bad.
Yeah, it looked like shit.
But now they've got a proper, built studio.
Not to shade our friends. Kind of looked like how the rough videos of the Fightful green screen stuff look for a minute.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, I mean...
I'm glad they got that worked out.
Well, because...
But they are two different companies.
Because the thing with when they had their 3D studio, you could really tell that it was 3D and not real, and some of the lighting was off sometimes and this and that. But I liked how they now have a regular studio. It's small, not super big, which it doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be like the Fox Sports 1 studio that's fucking huge.
Yeah.
The one that they used to use for the UFC stuff, the one they use for MLB Tonight and all that stuff. But they've got a nice small little studio there in Stanford now. It's all built up, and I think that would be a perfect place for them to do this weekly studio show for Fox Sports 1 that has been announced, and that's what is being talked about going around tonight. Not confirmed, but it is being talked about that Renee Young could have the lead anchor spot on that show, and then whoever they want to throw with her, maybe, I don't know, Corey Graves, Charlie Caruso, who's actually would be perfect for that show as well because she has done some anchoring on SportsCenter and a couple other ESPN shows. So maybe they pair Renee Young and Charlie Caruso up as like the two main anchors. Let Renee be the lead. And then maybe just have a rotating third or something like that. Maybe some weeks
probably Coachman.
Or maybe Coachman, maybe
Coachman would be great because he has that ESPN background.
Right. Well, the other guy that does the pre-shows, freaking
Otunga.
There you go, David Otunga.
God damn! Did you really forget David Otunga's name?
Yes.
Did you forget former WWE Tag Team Champion David Otunga's name?
Former WWE Tag Team Champion with John Cena.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that could be a good little 3-person thing for that. You've got Renee, Charlie Caruso, and Otunga or something. Throw Pat McAfee on a couple episodes here and there.
Ooh, Pat McAfee, man, is he still signed with them?
Yeah, he's the one that does all the watch-alongs for the pay-per-views. He's the watch-along host, and he brought the watch-along sponsor, Natural Light.
God, that's right, Natty Light.
Because Natty Light is a Pat McAfee sponsor.
It's such piss water, man. It's gross. $2 from Ashton Tyler. Hold on, Tim. He says, Tim, is there any update on Tegan Knox?
Other than
this man just needs his Tegan Knox fill.
Other than she did commentary for the NXT Performance Center Combine, no, nothing.
I think Renee's fine with commentary. I think she's a lot more enjoyable than Michael Cole currently. She's getting a little worse, though. Nah,
she's a little more robotic and scripted now than she was, but
I think she's fine. For a commentary team that I fucking barely listen to, I think she's doing a great job.
Very true, very true. But I mean, I was going to say something. Now, you kind of
apparently it didn't fucking matter, Tim.
I guess not. You derailed my thought. Anyways, but I think that would be cool if they had Otunga, Renee, and Charlie Caruso.
Peter Rosenberg.
Oh no! I was talking about
Rosenberg.
I remember now. Sam? I was talking about no, Rosenberg hasn't done shit with the company for a while. Apparently he's on the outs now. Anyways,
Sam Roberts.
Fuck Sam Roberts and his goofy ass Krusty the Clown hair. Anyways,
God, you didn't have to fucking roast my man. Jesus Christ. What
No,
did he do
what
to you?
I was talking about
This
Pat
is for this
McAfee
man.
and his
Oh, yeah.
sponsorship. So he's
Yeah.
sponsored by Natty Light. He brought the sponsor to WWE for the watch-alongs, and apparently they were giving away, for people that showed up on the watch-along, free Natty Light swim shorts.
Fuck, those sound
Because
fantastic.
Greg Miller of Kinda Funny, because you live in the San Francisco area, been hot.
He's
as
a big
dick,
fan of the show, little do we know.
Been hot as dick the last couple of days up there,
Are you
and
saying dick is him? God, I can't believe it.
hot as hell.
Yeah.
And apparently, a lot of places in that area don't have AC because it's not needed most of the year.
And it's also like
And-
an extra $4,000 on your fucking rent.
And Greg Miller was on one of their E3 shows this week, and he's like, "Yep, we're all here wearing shorts. I got my shorts. They're actually Natty Light swim shorts that guy Pat gave me when I was at WrestleMania on the watch along."
Man, everything about that watch along stuff is super fun. Hey, I just want to let it be known that I just finished twice. First place, twice in an online game of Mario. All right. So if you guys want to play me, be a member, be a member, and we'll play Mario Kart. Again, who cares about Sean Spears? I think AEW signing Sean Spears is fantastic because you're going to see what Ty Dillinger was in NXT on a much bigger platform, used the way that he should have been used because he's fantastic.
Plus,
he's a great wrestler.
He's going to be used as more than a wrestler. Cody said it. Cody said it today that he is going to be utilized in more than just a wrestler role because he's so experienced. They can use him as someone that can really help coach up the younger talent that doesn't have as much experience either. So that's something great as well because Cody said he can help with the younger talent. He could be like a player coach, and then eventually when he wants to retire, if he wants to, we can use him as a coach here in AEW. Kind of like
awesome.
the...
And I really, really like, and you know what's great is that what makes me happy about what Cody said like that when he says when he's ready to retire, we can use him as a coach. They've got a future plan, man. They're really, really looking ahead. They're not just saying, I'm glad Chris McKnight agrees with me that Sean Spears is not that bad. He's just kind of a doofus on the internet.
You lose your thought about Sean Spears?
I'm so stoned. Oh, they have a future plan. Yeah, they're very much future-proofing, and they're really making it a point to be like, we're here, and we're going to stay. We have intentions. And it's so promising. It's so fun. I'm excited to see him utilized.
Yeah, me too. And also, just a heads up, if anybody's looking to get their tickets for All Out, tickets do go on sale tomorrow morning.
Did you apply for the media stuff today?
I'm not going to All Out.
Oh, that's right. Did you happen to get an email on the media stuff?
No, did you?
No, but I saw that someone we know.
I got one for Fyter Fest.
Did you? I got the one for Fyter Fest. I got the one for G1 in Dallas.
Yeah, I got that too. I got both of those. I ain't going to Dallas. I mean, I'd have a place to stay for free if I went to Dallas, but...
Do you want to go to the Super J Cup?
Oh, up there?
In San Francisco?
I was thinking about it, but I don't know if I have the money to travel. And I don't know. We'll talk about it. We'll see.
Yeah, because I know I'll for sure be going because it's like right down the road.
Well, I don't even know if Access is... We're talking behind the scenes stuff. I don't even know if Access is covering that or not. They possibly are.
I'm sure they are if it's Bay Area.
I haven't heard anything yet, but Fyter Fest, All Out, Fight for the Fallen. Those are the next 3 shows for All Elite Wrestling. All Out tickets do go on sale tomorrow. It is expected for them to sell out rather quickly, so you guys need to get your butts online early.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Friday, not tomorrow. For some reason, I kept thinking all day today was Thursday, even though I'm looking at a big-ass thing on my screen that says Wednesday.
You're just an idiot, Tim. That's the issue.
Am, and I'm not even smoking anything.
There you go. I'm smarter than you, and...
Are you smarter than a 5th grader?
Let me grab a pen and a piece of paper. Who's the old host of that? Who's
Jeff Foxworthy.
Jeff Foxworthy. I fucking hate him.
John Cena's new reboot of Smarter Than a 5th Grader on Nickelodeon this week. Actually, for the debut episode,
they're not paying us. Fuck them.
For the debut episode, did 1 million views. That's pretty cool. 1 million viewers.
Listen.
What?
Are they paying us?
No one's paying us.
I don't ever want to hear you sponsor those cretins again.
What, Nickelodeon?
Until Nickelodeon pays us money.
Nothing wrong with Nickelodeon.
That was my nickname throughout middle school. It sucked. I fucking hated it, dude.
Everyone
called me, and I just wanted to fight.
They won't ever walk up and go, Nick,
yeah, all the time. Specifically one kid named Noah. He would just do it all the time. It was so annoying. I hate it now. Anyway.
But so Friday, All Out tickets, and then Fight for the Fallen is coming up. Oh no, Fighter Fest is coming up at the end of this month, and then we have Fight for the Fallen a few weeks after that.
So Tim, how can they watch Fighter Fest?
Well, Fighter Fest is actually going to be streaming live on Bleacher Report Live for free. All you need to do is have a Bleacher Report Live account, which is free to sign up. You just go on their website, or no, you go on the website or the app and sign up with either your email, your Facebook, your Gmail, whatever you want to do. And there you go.
Your
You can watch
Yahoos,
Fighter Fest for free.
Hotmails, your AOLs.
You don't have to pay $50, which they have stated that there's only going to be 4 of those big $50 pay-per-views a year anyways, because they're not looking in at the model of doing a bunch of big shows like that. Because Cody said it. He said, I know people can't swing $50 every month. We're going to be doing quarterly big pay-per-views. Now, I don't know if...
And I like that. I think that's a good idea.
I understand why they're doing one show a month right now, because they don't have TV yet. But I don't know if once TV starts, if they're going to be doing these smaller, quote-unquote, pay-per-view style shows like a Fighter Fest or like a Fight for the Fallen, or if we're only going to get the 4 major pay-per-views.
So with Fighter Fest coming up, what match are you looking forward to the most? Like, what is the most standout from what we know?
That's a tough one. I know everyone's probably going to say Moxley, which
mine's Moxley.
That could be a pretty good match. But at the same time, depending on who that mystery partner is for the Lucha Bros, I think the Lucha Bros and a mystery partner versus not Cody versus the Young Bucks and Kenny could be pretty interesting, depending on who that third partner is.
You know, it'd be cool.
What?
If it was like Dragon Lee.
Dragon Lee signed to CMLL, who works with Ring of Honor and New Japan. That ain't happening.
Dude. I love Dragon.
Dragon Lee just dropped the freaking IWGP Junior Heavyweight title to Will Ospreay.
He did. He really did.
So, and then today they announced the first women's match. It will be Nyla Rose taking on Riho, also taking on Yuki. Well, what's her? I don't want to say her name wrong. Hold on. I can never say her name properly. No offense.
Michael Martinez. I'll keep you to it.
Her name is
Yuka
Yuka Sakazuki.
It's my nickname in high school.
Yuka Sakazuki.
Mm-hmm.
So that should be an interesting show. There's 5 matches so far announced. For some reason, they're stating that the Alex Bailey Michael Nakazawa hardcore match is on a pre-show, which again they're calling the buy-in. So I don't know if that's what their pre-shows are always going to be called. I mean, it made sense for Double or Nothing, the buy-in. You know, buy in your chips or whatever. But I don't know why you would keep using that name.
I don't know.
So we'll see. Comes in a couple of weeks. You can watch it for free. We'll be covering the whole show here. At least myself, maybe Nick. We'll be doing a.
I'd like to.
I mean, if you want to join.
Well, I'm just saying, God knows my work doesn't give a shit about my outside life. So
we're doing a post-show recap. So
what day is it?
It is the 29th.
I can just request the day off.
It's the 29th, and then literally Fight for the Fallen is like 2 weeks later on the 13th.
I'm glad they're at least doing a lot. They're making an effort, and that's more than I can say that WWE looks like they're doing right now.
A couple of questions in the chat asked about G1. Honestly, I don't even know who's all in G1.
Who's all in? Are you saying that New Japan and All Elite Wrestling are confirmed to be a partner?
Oh, yeah, for sure. No.
Ringside News, run the article, you dumb fucks.
I would have assumed that right after Dominion, they would have announced everybody for G1.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't seen anything.
I like who. Okay. This fucking G1 will potentially have Ospreay, Kenta, and Moxley, who are 3 of probably my most favorite to watch and listen to.
Shingo Takagi is going to be in that too, and he just likes to fucking brutally destroy people.
Yeah, and fuck, dude, the G1's going to be cool this year.
There's going to be a lot.
Provided, well, the story of Ospreay being in there and the whole, like, the junior heavyweights aren't to be taken lightly and that kind of stuff, no pun intended. That's going to be awesome because I think if you're going to have anyone represent the junior heavyweight division for New Japan, um, in the G1 and make them seem like believable heavyweight guys,
Perfect
it's going to
guy.
be Osprey. Osprey is so great for that
Yeah.
role. He's so good. And I like Dragon Lee as the champion, but even having Osprey as your champion just gives so much legitimacy to that IWGP Junior Heavyweight title belt.
I thought it would have been cool to see Osprey also win the G1 because then you could say for the first time ever somebody won Best of the Super Juniors and G1 in the same year. And you can do that another year. I don't know if this year is the year.
Well, because here's the thing as well. What I feel like G1 this year is just going to be mainly to set up a lot of stuff. Like it'll set up Dean's first challenger. John's first challenger.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
assuming
That's what G1 usually is for. You get your
Yeah.
champions. Your champions never go undefeated. They get beat at least once, twice, 3 times, and that builds up challengers, which is perfect because built-in storylines.
I'm excited. I just
Ooh,
kicked a
Ashton Tyler. That's another great
Yeah.
first time G1 name. Jeff Cobb.
Jeff Cobb, man. Who
So-
you got? Early predictions without even knowing everybody in it. Who do you got?
Naito.
Who do you think? Who do you think?
No,
Got
no,
Naito?
no, no, no. Ibushi.
Who? Ooh.
Ibushi went to the finals last year, but it was unknown what he would do for the company because he wasn't signed. But Ibushi is now signed to a not legitimate, but reportedly lifetime contract.
Really?
Yeah, he said that I'm all in with New Japan. I'm going to go with this company, and I'm going to wrestle here. He said for the remainder of his career, I guess. Did you hear?
I guess he did wrestle under that WWE umbrella for a little bit, and he got
And he
to
never
figure
signed
out
a contract with them either. He was
Exactly.
There was a period where he wouldn't sign with anybody. He was just like, I'm gonna go work for whoever wants to work with me. And then he finally worked with New Japan, basically only New Japan for like 2-3 years. And then this year, right after Wrestle Kingdom, they signed him to a deal.
I'm glad they worked
Now,
something
did you
out.
hear Kenny's whole thing about him not coming to AEW? So Kenny Omega, I think this was at Starcast. Kenny Omega was asked when they were doing the watch along documentary of the Omega Man documentary, and they were talking to him about Ibushi and if Ibushi would ever work for New Japan AEW, and he literally said, "My goal in wrestling is to be the best wrestler in the world. I was able to sort of accomplish that and win the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Ibushi's goal since he was a kid was to hold the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, and this is all coming from Kenny. Kenny says, and I think he can now accomplish that. If I would have asked Kota to come with me and sign with All Elite Wrestling, he would have done it without even thinking, without even batting an eye. He would have just came, and I would have felt bad because I was taking away his one opportunity to do what he always wanted to do, and that is to be the IWGP Heavyweight Champion." So basically, Kenny started crying talking about this, saying that I had to let my best friend stay in Japan and not come with me so that he can realize his goal one day of being that champion.
So they never even.
He
offered
said
him a
he
deal?
never once asked Ibushi to come with him to AEW because he knew if he even started the conversation, Ibushi would just say, "Sure, yeah, okay, I'm coming."
I wonder if Cody and them offered him a bit of a contract.
Ibushi?
Yeah,
Wouldn't think so.
I wouldn't think so either.
I would have thought that would, especially with the way Kenny was feeling about it. I don't think they would have. But that's just an interesting story to think that he was just like, if I asked him, he would have came no ifs, ands, buts, or thought. And so I didn't want to take
That's not what that saying is.
whatever. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. There you go.
There you go. That's how.
So his whole thing was, I know what his ultimate goal from being a child was. And it's like, there's no guarantee that AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling will ever officially work together. And we know that if somebody's not 100% in with New Japan, they're not going to give them the belt.
No.
Even if you got a Jericho, a Moxley, or an Omega deal where you can go work New Japan shows, they're never going to give any of those guys the belt because they're not, locked in with that company. So if Kota would have got a deal like Omega has where he could still work New Japan stuff, he would have never got the belt. And then basically Omega would have felt like, oh man, I kind of took away the opportunity that I feel that he could have had to one day realize his dream.
Exactly.
So I
It's
found
a-
that very
it- it's
interesting.
weird.
I mean, he cried talking about that.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, it's a hard subject. I mean, Coda's a great talent. He's fucking good.
One of the best in the world.
He is.
Who would
he
you
is-
say right now are the three best wrestlers in the world? No specific order.
You go first. I gotta think.
Turn your switch down.
What do you mean, turn it down?
I hear your freaking Mario Kart music in the background.
There is no Mario Kart music. My audio is not on.
What am I hearing?
I don't know. I don't have any game audio for Mario Kart since it's in my Elgato.
I'm going crazy then. Anyways,
Yeah.
I think the three best wrestlers in the world right now, Kota Ibushi is one of them.
Okay.
I'm thinking overall, in-ring work, psychology, all that. Ibushi, Ospreay.
There's so many, dude. There's so many. How do you want me to narrow this down? There's so many.
I think Ibushi, Ospreay, and maybe either Omega and Okada. And I'm just going to say both of those. There's my four.
Orange Cassidy.
Fuck Orange Cassidy.
You don't like him?
Hell no.
All right, well, I'll give my take. I'll say best wrestlers in the world. Kota. Okada. Joe. Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe?
Yeah, he's up there, man. He's. You watch some of Samoa Joe's early days. He's like a fat Kota Ibushi. he's fucking good, man. He's just a fat fuck, but he's good.
I see people in the chat saying AJ Styles. Maybe AJ Styles a couple years ago, like a year.
AJ Styles 2010 to 2017, phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
Like that, like literally, like no pun intended, phenomenal.
I see people saying Kofi.
Ospreay,
I wouldn't say
Ospreay's a
Kofi.
little too young. I say Ospreay has a lot to learn about.
Oh no, I think Ospreay's one of the best wrestlers in the world today. Just from how he used to always do all the flippy, I'm gonna kill myself stuff, to now he's got that psychology of, I know how to get myself over. I know how to do the big moves in a way where I'm not gonna kill myself anymore. But the matches are no less entertaining than they were before.
His new forearm to the back of the skull. Holy shit, dude.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a finishing move and a half right there.
Yeah.
It's a good one. I like that one a lot. I do think Will Ospreay has a shit ton of talent. He's, for his age, I don't know exactly how old he is, but he's a youngin', and he's fucking good, man. He's got talent up the ass. His stuff in Progress with, like, Havoc. You know how, like, Italian chefs do the hand and then they kiss the hand to go mwah.
Mwah, yeah.
That's me whenever I watch a Will Ospreay match.
Will Ospreay is 26 years old.
God damn, my brother is 24.
Will Ospreay is also packing up his house.
He's also hot.
He's moving officially. He's moving to Japan.
Yeah, I remember he said that in one of his promos.
So he posted on
You think
Instagram. He posted on Instagram that after the Dominion show, he was traveling back to the UK for the final time before he's living 100% full time in Japan. Him and B are moving to Japan.
So, do you think he would sign with AEW,
No.
or would he stay with New Japan?
He'll stay with New Japan, even though his girlfriend's with AEW.
Think
Because
so?
New Japan is it's. Here's the thing.
Go ahead. What is the thing, Tim?
New Japan, I feel like, is more likely to push him towards the top than AEW is, only because AEW has too many quote unquote guys that they're going to push to the top already.
Yeah,
It's almost like AEW is already too stacked. They've almost signed too many people already.
that is a big issue with
Because you
with
see all these people getting signed. They're like, oh my gosh, Sean Spears, they're gonna push him to the moon. But then you got Kenny Omega, you've got MJF, you've got Hangman Page, you've got Jericho.
Here's the thing.
It's like,
Here's the thing.
you can't.
I'm gonna say something.
Go for it.
I'm gonna say this. You have your MJFs. You have your MJFs. You have your best friends. You've got your Codys. I'm assuming Dustin's gonna end up signing a contract and wrestle a little bit more.
I think Dustin's only gonna wrestle the one more match with Cody and maybe a match with All Out, and I think that might be it.
Yeah, I could see him wrapping it up soon. But they have, all of these potential top guys.
But you can't have 50 top guys.
You can't have.
You've got to have guys that can lose. You've got to have guys that can work from
So
the bottom up, that you
Are
can
they going to
build.
have to take a page from WWE's book, though? With guys like Sammy, who could be super fucking over.
No, I get
Sammy
that.
could be that Angelico type guy.
But
Angelico, whatever his
they
fucking
can't
name.
they can't push everybody at the same time. It was just like I said last
can't.
night on the
I know.
SmackDown review. You can't push 7 guys at the same time because you got to have a set number of guys you're pushing and then a set number of guys as well that can be losing to those guys you're pushing and put them over. You can't, because everybody can't win, because then who's...
True. Because then that win-loss record that they kept
Right,
hyping up, it will mean nothing.
And you can't just say, oh, well, we're going to bring in local talent to get squashed by everybody. Then where does that accomplish when you've got your quote-unquote top guys beating guys that nobody knows of anyways? You've got to have guys with some sort of a name in the company that's also being beat at times to make the guys that you're pushing at the moment seem even bigger, better, greater.
Yeah, and I really, on that note of having so many people, Antonio Jones with the $2 asking a really banger of a question. I'll answer this question, and then I'll let Tim get to the NXT spoilers. So you have a little bit of a pre-warning before that if you're listening later on and don't want spoilers. Can anyone in AEW really hang with Omega? That's a great question, because I feel like there's a handful of guys that probably could hang with Omega. I think... I see guys like Moxley really hanging with Kenny.
Yeah.
I think MJF could do it.
To a degree.
I really do think. Yeah. God. Who else can hang? Cody can hang, obviously.
Yeah, we saw that last year at Cow Palace show.
Mm-hmm. Which wasn't bad at all. That was a lot of fun.
They had a really good match.
Exactly. So I think there's guys in AEW that can very much hang with Kenny. Plus, hey, that comes with par for the courses. There's a lot of people I'm sure that they looked at Corbin and said, "Can you hang with Cena? Let's find out." There's a lot of people where they're, and I wonder if...
Are you comparing Corbin to somebody like a MJF?
I'm saying Corbin is an example of, can this guy hang? That's what AEW is gonna... He couldn't. But I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen. I'm saying he's an example of...
Gotcha.
No one knows who can hang with... we don't know if some of this guy can hang with the top tier, so let's just give it a try. I'm not going to lie. I would love to see Pillman Jr. and Omega.
Here's the other thing.
That's such a minor feud that would be great. It doesn't have to be for a belt. It doesn't have to be big. But those two guys going against each other, I feel like would be fantastic. It would be a great match for Pillman for his character work. And it'd be great for Omega to just wrestle and kind of get some ring rust off.
Here's another thing. Kenny Omega is so good that even if it's somebody that can't quite hang per se, he can still make his opponents look good no matter who they are.
In the same way Joe can make it. Joe and Rollins can do that too.
For the most part. So, we'll see. Again, they've only had one show because Hold on, I want to find this tweet really fast.
Who?
There was a tweet where
what?
Matt Jackson literally came back and was like, "We've only had one show, bud." Hold on.
F.
Matt Jackson on Twitter.
Cthulhu Wayne is saying Sean Spears can hang with Omega. I don't know. Maybe. He could, but I don't think it'd be entertaining. Mr. Kennedy? God, what's he up to today?
Him and Sean Davari have their own training school in Minnesota.
Good for him. Chad Davis says he just got the notification. Fuck, dude, you're an hour late.
So, Cody tweeted out the seating chart for All Out. And somebody goes, I guess New York doesn't exist in AEW's world. God luck competing at the top level while ignoring the biggest media market in the country. And Matt Jackson goes, we've had one show.
Yeah, they've had literally one show that was at the MGM.
Calm down, guy. We've had one show. We've only announced 4 in total. They're going to be traveling all over the country with whatever their weekly show's going to be. And they've got more shows to come. So it's
Wise man.
Saying they're ignoring New York.
Yeah.
They're working their way up there. Because, look.
Yeah, they're getting there. You can't you can't blow your... Go ahead.
They were on the west side of the country with freaking Double or Nothing. They were now with the next 2 shows. They're both going to be in Florida, which is southeast. Now they're working their way up. They're going to go to Chicago. Where do they go after Chicago? Who the hell knows?
Like Seattle or New Orleans.
I know they want to go to L.A.
You can't blow your load in the first pay-per-view, man.
I mean, I
can't blow your load in the beginning. Makes it unfun at the end.
The Bucks did state they want to go to L.A. I mean, they're from Southern California. SCU.
Shut up. What are you, 7?
Sometimes.
SCU, I love them.
But
I do not like SCU. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I think they could be a little much sometimes.
Yeah, too much. I think Frankie's a funny fucking dude, though.
He's also a good bass player.
Yeah, he is. He's also like kind of hot.
What?
That's how I base my taste in wrestlers.
Interesting.
Only the men ones, though. But I think there is a lot of guys that can hang with Omega, honestly. For that to kind of tie it all where
right, and like I said, even if it's somebody that can't quite hang, he's so good that he can make his opponent look good.
Oh, exactly. Tim,
Nick,
today was day uno of the NXT tapings.
Yes, they have tapings tomorrow as well.
And do you have graphics?
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and pull up your graphics now.
Well, first off, I'm going to answer Kristen McNutt's question from earlier in the live chat.
That was my nickname.
She said,
high school.
When is the next NXT UK tapings? They're this weekend, actually.
Oh, nice.
NXT
do you want to
UK...
go? Do you want to go to the tapings?
Sure. We'll go to the Download Festival.
Hey, nice, dude.
They're taping...
What do they download?
It's the freaking UK's biggest... It's like... It's the biggest...
like a punk show.
It's the biggest, like, punk, rock, metal, traveling... It's basically...
That's my shit, dude.
It's basically Warped Tour for not United States. Because it goes everywhere. It goes everywhere outside of United States.
It's Warped Tour for better music.
Because they just did Download Japan, and now they're doing Download, I don't know, UK, somewhere in the UK, and NXT with WWE with NXT has had a presence there the last 4 years, and now they're going there with NXT UK, and it's also going to work as NXT UK TV tapings. They're going to be taping over the 3 days of shows.
I like that. I like that.
Should be interesting.
As you begin to get your graphics up here,
it already is up.
I want to say that at this point I will be tuning out because my room just peaked 150 degrees, and I'm going to pass out any second. So I'm going to let you do your predictions. I'm going to fade out.
Well, spoilers.
Yeah, do your spoilers. I'm going to fade out here. I love you guys very much. Please be nice to Tim. I'll hang around in the chat for a little bit more until the show's over. Be a member, blah, blah, blah. I love all you guys. Bye now. Call your mom. She probably misses you.
All right. So with that, if you guys are still here, we're going to talk NXT spoilers. We are going to talk about these NXT spoilers that did take place tonight. They did one set of tapings tonight. They're doing another set of tapings tomorrow night. Not exactly sure why they're doing 2 nights in a row. They don't normally do that. But if you don't want spoilers, click off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the tapings started off with a dark match where Rinku defeated Sean Maluda. The Undisputed Era came out to cut a promo. And I do want to state, all of these results and these spoilers do come from Mr. Jacob Cohen on Twitter. The Undisputed Era came out. They showed a new NXT intro featuring only clips of the group. They all want gold in NXT. Velveteen Dream, Matt Riddle, and Tyler Breeze then came out, set up a 6-man tag from later in the night, and I'm glad they're still using Tyler Breeze. It wasn't a one-time thing just for the match with Velveteen. No, Tyler Breeze is down there in NXT. He's going to be doing some good things, and they're going to push him like a big star. So Damian Priest, who's the former Punishment Martinez, who has now got basically an old NXT Andrade gimmick where he likes to go out and party with women. He defeated Raul Mendoza. It was then announced, in something that I really enjoy, I think is cool, NXT will be holding an 8-man breakout tournament. This tournament will be for talent that have not actually been given an opportunity to be on NXT television yet. The winner will actually be getting a title shot of their choosing. So that was announced, and it did take place. I think the first round did take place throughout the night of tapings. So then we did see Isaiah Lee defeated Tanara Conti. The Undisputed Era, Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, and Bobby Fish did defeat the team of Matt Riddle, Velveteen Dream, and Tyler Breeze. In the first NXT Breakout Tournament match, we did see Angel Garza, the former Garza Jr., victorious over Joaquin Wilde, the former DJZ. Keith Lee defeated Nikos Rikos, and go look at the gifs. He hit this man with a pounce that almost threw him out of the ring. This man was dead as a doornail. Mia Yim was successful over Aaliyah. And Kushida defeated a man named Jeff Parker. In another first-round match in the NXT Breakout Tournament, Cameron Grimes, the former Trevor Lee, defeated Isaiah Swerve Scott, the former, Shane Strickland. Bianca Belair was victorious over Priscilla Zuniga. Never heard of her before. And Roderick Strong did pick up a victory over Tyler Breeze. In another first-round breakout tournament match, Jordan Miles is the former... I have it right here. He is the former... I want to say... Give me 1 second, guys. I thought I had it written down here. Jordan Miles is the former ACH. He was victorious over NXT star BOA. Damian Priest then defeated Blanco Loco in another first-round breakout tournament match. Bronson Reed, the former Jonah Rock, was victorious over Dexter Loomis, the former Samuel Shaw. And finally, rounding out the tapings, we did see a steel cage match with the NXT Women's Championship on the line. Shayna Baszler defending against Io Shirai, and Shayna was once again successful. But then after the match, we got an Io heel turn. After the match, Candice LeRae. So Candice LeRae was out to, I guess, try to help Io, and Io flipped, went crazy, and turned on Candice and attacked her, beat her up. So I don't know what's that leading to. I guess maybe for sure we'll find out more tomorrow. But it looks like Io is now a heel, and Candice LeRae is going to be her first opponent as a heel. And I would assume Io goes over Candice. We'll see how that all works out. We'll see how that all plays. But those were day one of the two-night NXT TV tapings. Night 2 does come tomorrow, like I said earlier, and we will have full spoilers for that as well right here on the PW Unlimited YouTube channel. So with that, I want to say thank you to everybody who watched us live tonight, or everybody who listened later right here on YouTube, or if you want it on audio, you can listen to it on iTunes, on SoundCloud, Google Play Music, Stitcher Radio, and iHeartRadio. If you do want to support PW Unlimited more than just subscribing to the YouTube channel, you can do so by becoming a member. You can become a PW Unlimited member by hitting that join button on our channel. It only costs you $4.99. With that, you will get early access to our PW Unlimited The List videos, to Nick's new... They're not going to be called hot take videos, but they're going to be similar to his old hot take videos with more fan interaction involved and more other early access and exclusive content to come. Plus, in the live chat, you will get a badge next to your name. The badges change depending on how long you have been a member, and you will get access to our special emojis. All you have to do to become a member and support PW Unlimited is click that join button right down there next to the subscribe button. It's right there when you go to our main page, our main channel page, and it's right there when you're watching any of our videos. So if you guys do want to get early access to content, and if you do want to get some other cool things from us, then head over there and join to become a member. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time. Good night, guys.